we're going to factor this trinomial. And the first thing we do is we put our parentheses down. And our variable here is not x, it's b. So in order to get b squared, we have to multiply b times b. So we get that much done. And the next thing we do is we look at the sign here. The sign of the last term. This is negative. It means whatever numbers we multiplied together to get this 5, one had to be positive and one had to be negative. In order to get a negative answer when you multiply, your signs have to be different. If they were both negative, it would be a positive 15, because a minus times a minus is a positive. And if they're both positive, it's going to be a positive 15. The only time it's negative is when you multiply and you have a product. The only time the product is negative is when the two factors that you multiplied together to get that product have different signs. So this is negative, so one of these is going to be plus and one of them is going to be minus. The next thing we do is we look at this 15 and we figure out what are the factors that multiplied together can give us 15. 1 times 15 equals 15. All right? And 3 times 5 equals 15. And those are the only whole numbers that we can multiply together to get 15. So one of them is going to be positive and one of them is going to be negative. We figure out if we subtract these from each other, can we get a 2? If we subtract 1 from 15, do we get 2? No, we get 14. And if we subtract 15 from 1, we get a minus 14. So that doesn't work. If we subtract 3 from 5, we get 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. And if we subtract 5 from 3, we get a minus 2. So we need a minus 2b here. To be or not to be, right? I always like that. All right. In order to get a minus 2b, our 5 has to be negative and our 3 positive. So we put a 3 at the positive here and a 5 at the negative. These are the factors that multiplied together will give us that trinomial. You see it, Stephanie? It's because I think you missed class when we were doing this kind of thing. So now how do we check that? We check it with FOIL. F-O-I-L. First times first, b times b is b squared. Outside times outside is b times a negative 5 is a minus 5b. The next is inside times inside, I, F-O-I. 3 times b is a positive 3b. And the last is last times last is our L term. L, 3 times a minus 5 is minus 15. So now all we do is combine like terms. We have a b squared, a minus 5b, plus 3b is a minus 2b, minus 15. That's what we started with, so we know that these are the correct factors. So that was the answer to the classwork problem last time. And on the answer sheet that I prepared, I think I was in a hurry, and I wrote 2 here instead of a 3. So this should be b plus 3 and b minus 5. b plus 2 is not correct. And that's what I had.